You're telling them that you don't have a drug problem, but that you do admit that you were selling drugs. She could either put you in prison for 10 years or she could give you probation for 10 years.
Yes, ma'am.
You're asking this judge to put you on probation. Can you tell the judge why you are asking her to give you probation?
Yes, ma'am. My mom, she's very sick and there's no one there to help her. And she needs me there with her.
I will tell you, it is very rare for the court to see people admit to selling drugs and saying, no, I don't have a drug problem. I just sell drugs. If you love your mom, like you say you love your mom, then you need to stop doing this because you're breaking her heart.
All right, folks. Today's courtroom hearing takes a turn you won't believe. We're in front of Judge Boyd, and sitting across from her is a man who's been in and out of the system more times than most people renew their driver's license. His record? Let's just say it's longer than a CVS receipt.
Each cause number, according to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. The state is opposed to your application of community supervision. The cause numbers are to run concurrently, and they're taking 2 cases into consideration. State, do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses?
I would just call my client, Your Honor.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record, please. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. We're here today for the judge to assess sentencing in your cases. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand all the cases that are being taken care of today and also the ones that are going to be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You asked the court to do what's called a TAP evaluation where you talk to the drug counselors prior for her to do the sentencing. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you remember what it is that you talked to them about just recently?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In your meeting with the drug counselors, my understanding, you're telling them that you don't have a drug problem, but that you do admit that you were selling drugs. And you understand that this judge has a wide range for what she can do. The offer is 10 years. She could either put you in prison for 10 years or she could give you probation for 10 years.
Yes, ma'am.
You're asking this judge to put you on probation. Can you tell the judge why you are asking her to give you probation?
Yes, ma'am. My mom, she's very sick and there's no one there to help her. And she needs me there with her. And I know I can do better. I know I messed up. And,
Well, let me ask you this. How long has your mom been very sick?
it's been about 6 months.
All right. So why would you put yourself in this situation to be going to prison knowing that your mom may or may not need you?
It was just had to make some money.
Why not get a job?
It was just didn't have enough time.
Oh, sure. There are plenty of places to work.
No, I mean, at the time, I needed quick money. And
Why did you need quick money?
Because my pockets was flat and we couldn't eat.
Oh, they have places where you can get food for free.
Just now.
And who is this we could not eat?
Well, speaking of me, my mom had food in the house, but me and myself, me.
All right.
Yes. And so at this point, you understand that the judge has total control of what she can decide to do.
Just now.
Other than your mother being sick, what other concerns do you have and why you're asking this court to grant you probation?
But I know I feel it above my head, but I know I can do better.
Do you think that you could comply with the terms and conditions of probation?
I know I can.
You'd have to report once a month. You'd have to stay out of trouble.
Yes, ma'am.
You can't hang around with people who sell or use drugs.
Yes, ma'am.
And you can't sell or use drugs yourself.
Right.
But you feel that you could comply at this time in your life.
Yes, ma'am. I know I can.
Pass witness, Your Honor.
State, any questions? All right. So what is his criminal history? Yes, please. Defense, any objections to the court reviewing the criminal history?
No objection, Your Honor.
Seat. And this time, he's facing a serious drug charge. Now, here's where things get wild. This man actually admits to selling drugs, but insists he doesn't have a drug problem. You heard that right. No addiction, no habit, just business. He straight up...
We understand that he has a very long checkered history. We are asking you to think outside the box. He is asking for probation. He does have family he needs to take care of, and we are just asking to show some mercy and to grant him probation.
All right, Mr. I will tell you, it is very rare for the court to see people admit to selling drugs and saying, no, I don't have a drug problem. I just sell drugs. At the same token, people will come before me, and you've come before me, and you said there are other people that you need to take care of. People need to think about that before they do wrong. You understand?
I understand.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. And the court will sentence you to 9 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. And the cause number ending in 303. Court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to a $1,500 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. Sentence you to 9 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2024. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorneys? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
All right, because these are plea bargain agreements, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, I've actually given you something less than you bargained for. And because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You are at a point now that if you pick up any new felony charges, depending on what type of felony it is, you're looking at a minimum of 25 years. And I will tell you, people say, oh, the jail is overcrowded. Oh, the prison's overcrowded. Guess what? People will always build new prison. They'll always find space for you. And if a cell is only supposed to have 10 people in it, if they need to put 20 people in that cell, they're going to put 20 people in that cell, whether it's a violation of federal law or not. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you love your mom, like you say you love your mom, then you need to stop doing this because you're breaking her heart. You understand?
Understand.
All right. Good luck to you. Okay.
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Honor. Maybe excuse.
He has some dismissal, so he'll have it. And thank you for always being respectful.
Tells the court that he was selling to make some quick cash, supposedly to help his sick mother. And as unbelievable as that sounds, he's hoping that'll be enough to land him probation instead of a decade behind bars. So Judge Boyd gives him a chance to speak, to explain himself. And what does he say? He says his mother's been very sick for 6 months, that she needs him home, that there's no one else to care for her. He looks desperate, maybe even sincere. But then comes the part that makes you pause. When the judge asks, why would you risk everything knowing your mom needs you? He says, I just had to make some money. Really? You're telling the court you were selling drugs because you had to make some money? That's not desperation. That's a choice. And when the judge asks why he didn't get a job, he claims there just wasn't enough time. Meanwhile, there are literally hundreds of places hiring. It's hard not to roll your eyes at that one. And you can tell Judge Boyd isn't buying it either. She listens carefully, lets him talk, but her face says it all. She's heard this story before. The defense pleads for mercy, arguing he's got family to care for, that he's ready to change. But with a criminal history like his, that's a tall order. Now, as the tension builds, the courtroom gets quiet. Everyone's waiting to see what Judge Boyd is going to do. Will she go soft and give him probation? Or will she make an example out of him? You can feel it. The weight of her next words could change this man's entire life. Pause. And let's be honest here. Selling drugs while claiming to do it for your sick mother? That just doesn't sit right. If you love your mom like you say you do, wouldn't the best way to help her be not getting thrown in prison? It's the kind of excuse that makes you shake your head because you know she's probably been heartbroken by this same cycle for years. The courtroom is waiting. The defense has made their plea, and Judge Boyd is about to deliver her ruling. Judge Boyd takes a long breath, looking this man straight in the eyes. You can almost feel the weight of disappointment in her voice when she says, it's very rare for this court to see someone admit to selling drugs and say, no, I don't have a drug problem. I just sell drugs. The courtroom goes silent. No excuses, no sympathy left to grab onto. Just cold, hard truth. She reminds him, and everyone else listening, that choices have consequences. People always say they've got someone to take care of, someone counting on them, but Judge Boyd cuts through all of that. She says people need to think about that before they do wrong, and you can tell she means it. She's seen this pattern too many times before. The same faces, the same excuses, the same heartbreaks. Then she drops the hammer. The court will sentence you to 9 years in the state prison. Just like that. 9 long years. The defense drops their head. The man barely reacts. Maybe shock, maybe acceptance. Either way, that's it. No probation, no mercy. Just 9 years to think about every bad choice that led him here, and Judge Boyd doesn't stop there. She warns him. If he ever picks up another felony after this, the next time he's looking at 25 years minimum. That's not a scare tactic, that's a fact. She looks him dead in the eye and says, people always say the prisons are overcrowded. Guess what? They'll build more. They'll always find space for you. That line hits like a thunderclap. Cold, harsh reality. But it's the truth. Then as she wraps things up, Judge Boyd softens just a little. If you love your mom like you say you do, then you need to stop doing this because you're breaking her heart. It's not anger anymore. It's disappointment. She's not just sentencing him. She's giving him one last piece of humanity to hold on to. He thanks her, polite, respectful, even grateful in a strange way. Maybe he knows he earned this. Maybe he really does want to change. But at this point, words aren't enough. It's action that counts, and time, a lot of it, to prove he means it. So what do you think? Was 9 years fair for a man who openly admitted to selling drugs and had a long record to back it up? Or do you think Judge Boyd should have given him one last shot at probation? Personally, I think she made the right call. You can't keep giving chances to someone who refuses to change. Respect only goes so far when your actions keep saying otherwise. It's heartbreaking, though, especially when you think of his mother. Watching her son disappear into the system again, knowing that this might be the last straw. It's the kind of pain no parent deserves. Hopefully, he uses those years to turn things around. Because if not, the next time there won't be another chance.